Let's start with access to explore the difference عشان نعرف الفرق ما بين estimation and rounding through an example about the population of Egypt. هنعرف example دلوقتي من خلال عدد سكان اللي في مصر which changes almost every second. If we use the front-end estimation strategy with this number, can you read this number? Yes, it is 105,300,500. لو عملتها بطريقة ال front-end estimation, it will be 100 million. But if I round it, لو عملتها بالطريقة التانية rounding, it will be nearest to the million. هيطلع إيه؟ هيطلع 105 million. هو ده الفرق ما بين ال front-end estimation, it will be 100 million, while rounding it will be 105 million. To start answering the question received from the student, we will go to page as you see here to write what we can remember about rounding. تعالوا بقى نفتكر ايه الراوندنج اللي خدناه في third primary or what we can deduce from the population example. I will ask you some questions to help you organize your thinking and remember what you have learned before. The first question, does rounding provide an estimate that is close to the number? Second question, how are the front-end estimation and the rounding strategy similar? Third question, what is the difference? إيه الفرق between the front-end estimation and the rounding strategy? إيه الفرق ما بين front-end estimation وال rounding strategy? If you answer these questions one by one, you will be able to discover what rounding is. لو كلنا جاوبنا على الأسئلة دي هنعرف بالظبط إيه الراوندنج. You will have a minute to write your answer and we will complete our lesson after that. Surely أنا متأكدة إن في منكم هيقولوا that you can use rounding if you need an answer close to the exact number. لو محتاجة answer قريب قوي للexact number هعمل rounding but not an accurate answer. لو مش محتاجة accurate answer بالظبط. This is what we have done with the population of Egypt when we got 105 million. Also, you may have written that ممكن حد يكتب إن rounding is similar to front-end estimation. Why? Because both strategies, two strategies change the number, بيغيروا number to number close للoriginal number. Okay? Of course, rounding and estimation are different. طبعا rounding والestimation they are different. They are not the same. They are two different strategies. When we use rounding, we get a number that is closer to the correct answer than the number we get when we use front-end estimating. في فرق كبير ما بين الاثنين. After we have written what we learned in primary 3 about rounding and estimation, let's learn some strategies that will help us. هنتعلم بقى strategies مع بعض هتساعدنا ازاي نفهم الراوندنج. Now let's see on the board. Now let's see these examples. تعالوا بقى نحل مع بعض examples about the rounding. In this shape, as you see here, here's the number line. Yes. I can draw this line vertically or horizontally. ممكن أرسمه بالطول أو بالعرض as you wish. This line represents numbers from 0 to 10. Look, here's the 0 and here is the 10 as you see. Now, what do you think the number at the midpoint? مين شاطر يقول لي إيه number at the midpoint? Yes, midpoint يعني في النص. It will be what? Between 0 and 10? Yes, I will write 5. Okay, and you will know why now. Because this is halfway from 0 to 1. On the same line, where would we put 8? طب لو عايزة 8 هحطها فين? It will be closer to 0 or closer to 10. Who can tell me? Yes, of course, 8 will be closer to 10. Why? Because 8 is after 5. هي مش 8 بعد 5 يعني after 5, 6, 7, 8 يعني ممكن ال 8 تبقى here. So 8 is closer to 10 or 0. Of course, 8 is closer to 10. Let's draw another number line and solve it all together. Okay, let's see another example. Here I have second one. I have number line starting from 4,000 to 5,000. Let's draw it. This time بقى I will draw the line like this. Okay? طيب, I will start with 4,000 ending with 5,000. Yes, as we did. Who can tell me the midpoint is? Yes, البوينت اللي في النص هتبقى ايه؟ Of course, between 4,000 and 5,000 is 4,500. Right? This is the midpoint. If I ask you to mark the point 4,675, let's write it. 4,675. It will be after the midpoint or before it? Yes, it will be after the point. هتبقى بعد ال midpoint. يعني for example, it will be here 4,675. طيب مين شاطر يقول لي this number is closer to 4,000 ولا 5,000؟ Yes, of course. ما دام after the midpoint، ما دام البوينت اللي هو طالبها بعد ال midpoint, so it will be closer to the 5,000 or the biggest number. Okay? So 4,675 closer to 5,000 as you see here. Okay? طيب let's draw another number line. Here I have number line from 20,000 to 30,000. Let's draw it in the same way. Yes, from what? Yes, 20 to 30. As you see here, 20,000 to 30,000. Okay. طيب, if I ask you, what is the midpoint? Who can tell me the midpoint between 20 and 30 is 25,000. Right, 25,000. Now, if I ask you about the point 23,400, yes, 23,400. 23 is before the midpoint or after the midpoint? Yes, 23 is before the midpoint. يعني, for example, it can be here 23,500. So, is it closer to 20,000 or 30,000? As we said before, ما دام البوينت اللي هو طالبها before the midpoint, so it will be closer to the smallest number or 20,000.
تقدر تتابع كل دروسك على تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا، المستقبل يبدأ الآن.